Hello and welcome to Forecast ABC series. In this video, we will look at the project workflow. Throughout the demonstration, feel free to stop the video at any time to replicate what you see me doing on the screen. That way, you will get to master the platform in no time. With this in mind, let us sign in to Forecast. Now, workflow is found in each of your projects. So, let us open up a project to access it. We will start with an empty workflow. So, projects, and let us take this project here. To begin with, notice that we have three types of columns and that each column can be easily moved. Simply drag and drop. And you can always hide any of your columns to gain more space and clarity. For example, see how the done column looks if I choose to collapse it. Importantly, there are more things you can do with each of the columns. Namely, notice the following two options: encourage time entries and auto show on time page. If you enable the time registration function, any task moved to the given column will prompt time registration window. This will help you to save time on manual work. And in just a second, we will see how this looks in practice. Also, if you enable the auto show function, any task placed in a given column that is assigned to you will be automatically shown in your timesheets. We will see how this looks in practice in just a second as well. With this in mind, consider a workflow for a different project of mine which has been populated with tasks. For example, this project here has many tasks in the three of our columns. Crucially, you can move your tasks from column to column and observe what happens if you enable the encourage time registration option, which we just discussed. So, encourage time entries and just simply drag and drop to move the task around. Notice that the long time entry appears automatically, and let me just add 3 hours on this task, for example. Also, if you were to enable the auto show on time page function, your timesheet will be automatically populated. If I was to choose this function here, I would see the following. The 4 tasks that we just looked at in workflow appear in my timesheet. Importantly, notice that the progress of each task is indicated by the progress bar here, there, and there, giving you a visual overview of progression of your work. This way, everybody on your team can get an instant glimpse of how the project is evolving and what is happening next. Crucially, bear in mind that the tasks that have dependencies cannot be moved to a done column, for example, unless the dependency is first met. Notice what happens if I try to move a task with uncompleted dependency, such as this one, for example. The dependency is indicated by this symbol here. My view is blocked, prompting me to first complete the dependency. Be sure to check out the ABC video on creating projects, where I discuss task dependencies in more detail. Now, see that the workflow view has the eye icon in the upper left corner. There, you can modify what you see. For example, I can choose to display the task ID. There are many different options as well, including the task type to help you organize your work effectively and make this platform reflect exactly the way you work with your tasks in the workflow. And to help you manage your tasks, use the bulk editing options, saving your time on manual work. For example, let me move 2 of my tasks here to a different project, for example. But you have other options as well. So let us move them to, for example, this project here. And the 2 tasks are moved. To help you navigate, use the search option. Next, see the filters with which you can get to exactly what you need quickly. Also, notice that I can use more than one filter at a time. For example, let me begin by filtering by a team member, such as Adam, for example. Then, on the top of that, I can add a filter of role, for example, of developer. And now I see exactly what I need to see. Finally, bear in mind that you can always add new columns to help you reflect the way you work. For example, I can create a new column and call it revision. And just as seen before, it'll be easy to move it around. This closes the presentation on workflow. Thank you very much for your attention.